ready for a fight. Yeah. My young dogs, Kevin, Kyrie, and Tadell, the Hawk, the dogs, they fought to a...
That confidence has become a source of inspiration for his fans, who see his comeback not as reckless, but as a display of unshakable competitive spirit. In what is expected to be a highly tactical bout, this mindset to give him a key psychological edge. One of the strongest arguments supporting Pacquiao's return is his lifelong dedication to training.
Boxing Doctor News told Onto Your Gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the PacMan turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your...
Unlike many retired athletes who allow their fitness to fade, Pacquiao never stopped. His days still begin with early morning runs, followed by strength work and shadowboxing sessions. Even during his retirement, he stayed in shape, maintained a lean and athletic physique, and quietly participated in private exhibition matches and closed-door sparring. These behind-the-scenes sessions, often undocumented.
Out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barrios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. About 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said, hells yeah, if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. There were some health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried that he's going to get hurt.
Help Manny keep his reflexes, timing, and ring IQ intact. Insiders have long known that Pacquiao never truly left the sport. He simply stepped out of the spotlight temporarily. The upcoming fight against Mario Barrios carries more than just physical stakes. It's deeply personal. The WBC welterweight title was among the first world titles Pacquiao ever won on his journey.
Ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape, but he is 46 years old, going up against a guy that is more than a decade younger than him in Mario Barrios. Bob Arum, in the same interview, he said that he was worried about Manny Pacquiao. This is a guy that promoted Pacquiao for most of his professional career, not promoting this fight against Barrios, but he said he is concerned for Pacquiao going into this fight. Do you have concerns about Pacquiao going in?
No, I don't have concerns. And look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now. Just like when Mike Tyson looked like a killer when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing, I need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed in front of a heavy bag. But whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao is not going to have zero
to global fame. Fighting for it again, over 20 years later, brings his story full circle. This isn't just about winning. It's about honoring his beginnings and crafting a legacy that ends on his own terms. Even with all the polished training footage and energized interviews, skepticism still lingers throughout the boxing world. Analysts and fans alike are cautious, Sharpness in training doesn't always guarantee success under bright lights of fight night. Age-related
People are asking what's going on. Are the rumors true? Is it possibly Spence? Is it Pacquiao? Who is Mario Barrios sharing the ring with next?
You know what? He's put himself in a great position through hard work. He's a tremendous story when he turned pro and what he's been able to accomplish being a two-time world champion. And I always told everybody, he fights all comers. When we fought Gervonta Davis, all my hats off to Gervonta Davis. But it was very difficult for us to make the weight. We were going to move up in weight. They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite down for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Batirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fights. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's Pacquiao, Spence, if that's a unification.
A decline can reveal itself not in the gym, but during those critical late rounds, when fatigue sets in and reactions slow. Adding to the concern is Pacquiao's inactivity. It's been years since his last professional fight, and many are left wondering, can his body still handle the relentless demands of elite competition? Manny Pacquiao's career is nothing short of legendary, a blueprint of adaptation, grit, and evolution. From his
actually as big a man as those other welterweights. So start there. That's a fair point. He moved up in weight, Barrios. So he's not a naturally big, natural welterweight. And of course we understand Pacquiao has moved up. My God, I don't even know when he first turned pro, you would have thought maybe he could have been a jockey.
Yeah,
I mean he was
108 pounds, right?
Yeah, jockeys are about 105 pounds, I think, somewhere around that neighborhood. I mean, can you imagine him though going to the whip? He might have killed the horse. That's the only thing. You would have had Petter. What is it called? Peter, whatever. Peter. You would have had Peter coming after you. Look what he did to this horse. But look, I love Pacquiao. One of my favorite people. One of my favorite fighters in the whole world. He's moved up from incredible weight. People forget about that. That's why I brought it up. How many weight classes this man has really moved up. Incredible, just incredible. But now, yeah, Barrios wouldn't be as big as those other guys, but he's still a guy that's confident. He's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active, who I know you can't go by this guy beat this guy, but he could beat that guy, but he could beat this guy, but you can't go by that in my business, in this business, because styles make fights. But you're right. He beat Ugas. You could say Ugas was a little older than when he fought him a little bit, than when Pacquiao fought him, but maybe that made a difference, whatever. But he did take a lot of punishment.
Early days as a wild, aggressive slugger to becoming one of the sport's most cerebral and elusive tacticians. His transformation has been remarkable, with only 3 knockout losses in 72 fights, most of which came early. Pacquiao has consistently shown the ability to take punishment, avoid damage, and adapt to the moment. He's navigated multiple weight classes, faced champions from every era, and maintains defining...
For another belt taken on Mario Barrios, what do you make of this?
Well, first of all, before I even talk about the fight, it seems that boxing has changed, because this guy has been retired for what, 3 or 4 years?
Hey, what's his last fight, Thurman?
Yeah.
Been a while. He's 46 years old.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is that he's done nothing to be fighting for a world title.
Oh yeah, for certain. Yeah,
So I mean, I don't understand why he's even fighting for a world title.
But to make a comparison, isn't that kind of the same thing though, really? is like Floyd fighting Conor?
It's not the same.
Why not?
Because.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
No, I mean, he's been ranked. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's fighting a world champion from boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not fighting some guy like Conor was a whole different breed. He was just the number one guy in UFC. So, but no, I mean, the thing is that he's done nothing to actually be fighting for a world title, other than just his name and what he's done in his past.
Well, don't you think someone in his stature is legendary?
I mean, his stature is legendary, but still, you have guys that are fighting right now that's fighting to try to get to that number one spot, and basically you have a guy that hasn't fought in I don't know how many years, just jumps up and takes your spot, and it may win a title.